Obviously, I'm disappointed. We gave up, I think, 53 points at our place in the second half and 48 today. And, they made 10 out of 12 three-point shots, which is kind of unheard of, even if you're in the gym by yourself. And a couple of those at crunch time, Rousey was out there probably pushing 30 feet. And it's difficult to defend, but we didn't execute our plan with those little slip screens with Hauser, so that's disappointing. They made some big plays. We kept fighting. We just didn't have enough time.
Questions?
What were you switching up on defense to try to take away the three-pointers in the second half?
Well, I mean, they're so good at Hauser's so good at running into that screen, slipping out of it, and it just puts you out of balance enough. And our plan was to try to switch it at all cost, and we were just late with some communication.
And then Thomas with those three-pointers obviously Foster with those three-pointers towards the end obviously didn't do anything in the end, but really kept you guys in it seemed like.
Yeah, he took one with, the one with 15 seconds left. I'd rather him pull that to the top. We didn't have any timeouts left. But he panicked a little bit in that situation, but he certainly fought tooth and nail to keep us in the game.
And Coach, Khyri Thomas with 19 points in the first half and then 5 in the second. Obviously, he contributed in other ways, but what did Marquette do defensively to kind of make him a little bit less of a scoring factor?
They got to him on the catch on some of the three-point shots. Khyri got to the rim. There was some contact sometimes, and we weren't able to get to the free throw line. And when we did in the first half, we didn't make them. But Khyri had a good game. He played well defensively, and obviously had a big first half.
This might be hard to talk about on the spot, but how many of the threes that Marquette got, the looks they got, were ones maybe tip your hat to the shooter, or ones where there were mistakes made?
Well, the three I remember is one Howard took on Khyri, where he's got a 6'10" wingspan, he's all over him, and then Rousey had the shot, put a couple up, and he was so far out there, and it was nothing but net. So sometimes you got to tip your hat to him.
I guess just offensively, it looked like you had some avenues to attack the rim and maybe just didn't finish or took jump shots that were open shots. I guess, was there anything you would have liked to see the guys do differently, or what were you talking about in the second half?
I thought at times we settled for 15 to 17 footers that were open, but I'm not sure, and I have to watch the film, I'm not sure anybody stopped us from going to the rim. And maybe we settled a little bit for a 15-footer that we didn't make, and we could have maybe got to the rim and got to the free throw line.
How was that particular person all right?
Don't know. He's got some knee issues, so that's why he didn't play the second half.
And is Ronnie any close? He's closer?
I think he's closer, but he still hasn't practiced.
Any other questions?
I guess the performance itself, maybe the three-game stretch down the stretch going into the Big East tournament play, do you still, this result, notwithstanding, how do you feel going into postseason play now and simply survive and advance?
Well, I think when you know that you're likely going to play in the NCAA tournament, I think there's a reason you're in that position, and the reason we're in that position is how we played the last week. The win over Villanova, the win against DePaul, and then we fought tooth and nail against a very desperate team here today. They had obviously had a lot to play for last game in this building, and they played with a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, and we controlled the game for a good 25, almost 30 minutes. And then the 10 out of 12 is an incredible performance from three-point line. I don't care who's defending.
Anything else?
How hard is it to get that type of thing under control when Howard and Rousey start hitting shots, get the crowd involved? I guess how hard is it to stop once it started?
You really don't want them to get started. We had a good game plan, to switch on him, and some of us hesitated to switch, or we just miscommunication, or didn't talk at all with the switch, which got all of them going, and it was tough. All three of those guys shooting. It's pretty tough. Stop those guys. They're going to shoot it regardless. And all you can do is really do a good contest, make it a tough shot, and if it goes down, you'll live with that one. But the wide open ones, we can't have that mistake, especially in a game like this.
How much space do they need to get a rhythm one off? It doesn't seem like they need much. Like one little hesitation is really all they need.
It looked like they just kind of fling it up, especially Howard. I had a good one on him. I tipped the ball, it still went in. But they don't need, like I said, that half a second. That's all they need just to get that shot up.
That the one you tipped, was that the one that he hit like right with your hand?
Yeah.
Right, I mean,
Yeah, I got my fingers on it. It still went in. I was like, I'll just live with that one.
right. Just offensively, it seemed like you guys maybe had some paths to the basket, maybe got into the teeth of their defense, but finished sometimes, finished other times didn't. I mean, what were you guys telling yourselves about how to attack this team offensively?
Just beat them off the dribble. I mean, they weren't too good at guarding the dribble, and I mean, that's what we did in the first half. Just kept attacking the middle of the paint, getting wide open layups, or just a wide open, extra pass. Second half, I felt like we kind of settled for some tough shots, but I mean, we kind of made tough shots here and there. And tonight wasn't obviously our night. But other than that, it was just to get in there, set our feet, and just spray it out to our shooters.
Kind of ask Khyri this, but I guess from your perspective, when Howard, Rousey, when the three get going, especially those two though, so I think they were, Johnny said 8 and 9 in the second half.
Those two, yeah.
When they start getting going like that, how hard is that to shut them off? I mean, they seem to just feed off of their own mojo, and then the crowd feeds off of them, and it just kind of spirals from there.
Yeah, that game tonight was kind of similar to last year. Just once they got going from three, it was hard to stop them, and it almost seems that their game goes better once their threes start falling. Because first half we were sticking with them and got a lead going in the half, and then they got rolling in the second half, and Rousey hit 3 deep threes at the end, and you can't really be mad at him because that's his game and that's what he does. So. I think we just got to figure out ways to corral him and don't let him get going from the three.
Yeah, Khyri mentioned just doesn't take much.
Mm-hmm.
Miscommunication or a little mistake, and it's an open three, or at least enough space for them.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take very much to allow them to get the shot off, right?
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard to guard them just because you're so worried about them shooting it and shooting it from anywhere on the court. So you're just getting up on them, and then they can, even though they're 5'10", 5'11", they still can go by you and finish at the basket. So that makes it even harder to guard them. But yeah, it's definitely tough being able to guard them. You can't give them any room because once you give them that little room, it's going up, and it's most likely going in.
You mentioned Rousey had 3 of those. I think the second one he hit, and you were right there.
Yeah.
I mean.
It's crazy how he hit it though, because it's like we watched it on film all week, and he didn't hit those type of shots last game. But tonight being senior night, having that feel, he hit that shot. And
right.
That's a tough shot to hit. So he practiced it, and that's what he does.
Just you on the final. I think you guys had a chance to tie at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And was your shot blocked?
Oh yeah, he tipped it. Yeah.
He tipped it. I mean, obviously, hindsight, you would have done something differently. But what do you want to take away from just that possession, having a chance late?
I got to be smarter right there for my team. I got to know what time is on the clock. I thought I had shorter time than what I did, so I shot it. But I got to be able to see and know where everybody's at. And at that point, I just got to calm down and bring it out and get a good shot. I think I definitely felt if I would have calmed down and just relaxed, I could have got a good shot or set my teammates for a better shot.